Happy Monday, everybody. Good morning. I'm going to continue on with our sea creatures, the world's weirdest sea creatures. And we're going to start off with this ugly guy. He's a wolffish. This is one scary looking fish. Its powerful jaws and sharp teeth are deadly weapons, and the wolffish isn't afraid to use them. It can crush the shells of crabs, and it will also attack fishermen who are unlucky enough to catch it in their nets. A wolffish bite is extremely painful and can even crush a person's finger with its deadly jaws. The wolffish live in the cool waters of the North Atlantic Ocean, and they grow to be about 3 feet long. They may be nasty, but they can also be useful. Their tough skin can be made into leather to use for pouches, book bindings, and more. And it is a favorite food in Iceland. A wolffish. He looks scary, huh? Ugh. I don't want to come across a wolffish anytime soon. Do you want to come across a wolffish? Okay, next we have a jellyfish. Some people worry about sharks when they go to the beach, but the animal to really watch out for is this innocent-looking jellyfish. If you touch one of these animals, you can get a nasty sting. A jellyfish's mouth is located under its body, and its long tentacles hang down around it. These tentacles have stingers that send out hooked threads to catch small fish, shrimp, and crabs. A poison in one of these threads paralyzes the prey and makes it easier to drag into the jellyfish's mouth. A jellyfish swims by puffing open its body and then quickly pulling it closed. This squeezes water out from under the body, and it forces the jellyfish upward. When a jellyfish stops moving, it sinks. Ooh. Next we have the seahorse. The seahorse is actually a fish, but it certainly is easy to see how it got its name. This tiny creature is usually less than 6 inches. It eats tiny crustaceans by sucking them into his mouth. Most sea animals use their tails to help them swim, but the seahorse's tail serves as a completely different purpose. The seahorse uses its tail to hold onto seaweed, just like a monkey uses its tail to hang from a tree branch. In most species, the female takes care of the eggs, but not the seahorse. The female lays her eggs into the pouch of the male, and the male carries the eggs until they hatch. You could call him Mr. Mom. The seahorse. Ooh, an eel. I remember the eels from the Little Mermaid movie. The eel looks like a snake, but don't let its appearance fool you. It is actually a fish. There are about 600 different species of eels. Most live in the ocean, but some can live in fresh water too. An eel's body is covered with small scales under a slimy skin. The eel's slippery coating makes it hard to catch and also allows it to survive out of the water. It may even help the eel to swim faster. Eels usually spend the day resting between rocks or lying buried in the sand. At night, they come out to eat shrimp, crabs, fish, and other small mammals. All right, the eel. This is called a manatee. A manatee, can you see him? It is sometimes called the sea cow, but it is actually related to the elephant. Wow! Manatees are not fish, they are mammals, and they have to come up to the surface to breathe. Like elephants, manatees eat grass. They eat more than 100 pounds a day. They are the only marine animals that eat plants, and they are the largest vegetarian in the sea. They are very heavy, about 1,500 pounds, and they look very clumsy. But water supports the manatee's body, so the animal can turn somersaults, headstands, and more. Its rounded tail makes the manatee a good swimmer. There is no such thing as a full-grown manatee. A manatee will continue to grow as long as he lives. Manatees and their close relative, the dugong, may be the basis for the legendary mermaid. Both manatees and dugongs stand up in the water and often cuddle their babies against their chest. Sailors who saw these animals from a distance may have thought that they were looking at a woman with the tail and flippers of a fish. It just goes to show you, you can't always believe what you see. The manatee. Oh, pufferfish! This fish's motto could be, the bigger the better. When the pufferfish is threatened, it quickly swallows water or air until it has blown its body out into a large round ball. And this is usually enough to scare away its predators. If its appearance isn't scary enough, this fish has another way to make an animal sorry. It considered the puffer as a snack. The puffer fish is covered with a poisonous mucus that can kill any animal who tries to eat it. One type of fish, puffer is called a porcupine fish. It is covered with sharp spines, and when the porcupine fish inflates its body, these spines pop out, and then the animals decide quickly to find something else to eat. Puffer fish. Sea urchin. This colorful creature looks like a pretty plant, but it is actually an animal. Sea urchins are related to starfish. Their round bodies are covered with long, movable spines. Sometimes these spines are very sharp or covered with poison, so divers need to beware. Sea urchins eat plants found on rocks and on the bottom of the sea. They scrape their food off rocks with 5 movable teeth found on the bottom of their bodies. Some sea urchins can even dig holes in the rocks with their teeth. Cool, sea urchin. And last we have the crown of thorns starfish. Can you see it? The starfish has one main purpose in life, is to eat, and it doesn't waste time chewing or swallowing. A starfish actually eats with its stomach. Its mouth, which is located in the central disc or the center of its body, is not big enough to take in large pieces of food. So the starfish pushes its stomach out through the mouth and digests its prey right on the spot. The crown of thorns starfish may not look like particularly dangerous, but don't let that fool you. This starfish has eaten its way through coral reefs, and it has caused a lot of damage to Australia's Great Barrier Reef. Divers also need to be careful because the crown of thorns' poisonous spines have killed several people. So be careful when you're out there in the ocean. Watch out for the starfish and the urchin and the jellyfish and the wolffish. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this really cool book. I did. I learned lots of new things. Okay, have a great day.